Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of adding and subtracting polynomials. This is standard A.10A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 16 of the 2019 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we are adding and subtracting polynomials. What is a polynomial? Well, it is an expression. Hopefully you notice that we've got expressions here on our problem that we're looking at. But it's an expression that has multiple terms that can include constants. So constants are just numbers without any variables. So I see a constant here. I got a 10, and I've got a minus 18. Those are constants. And then variables with different degrees, right? So we've got just variables like I've got an r right here, and I've got an r right here. And then sometimes they have a degree 2, right? So it might be an exponent, right? So I've got an r squared. You can go in as many combinations as you want to. You can have r cubed, r to the 4th, r to the 5th, whatever. A polynomial just is an expression that includes multiple things, and our key idea that we are keeping in mind is that you can combine only terms that are similar. So we are going to combine like terms. And so we're first going to look at, let's see, we've got some r squareds. Okay, so what do we have for an r squared? Well, I've got a minus r squared. And I've got this. Now you notice that it's inside of parentheses, but really this first expression, let's just go ahead and take the parentheses out. Okay, we don't need that. 10 plus 7r minus r squared. There's my minus r squared. Now I've got a second group here, a second polynomial, but it's actually just going to stay the same because you've got a positive on the outside. So that trinomial right there, because it's got 3 terms, we're just going to drop the parentheses, and we're just going to do minus 6r squared minus 18 plus 5r. Sometimes, they'll put a polynomial together, and then they'll put a minus on the outside or negative on the outside. Well, that shifts everything. That flips all your signs. But in this case, this looks like this. Now, I still need to combine things. But now you'll notice I'm going to have my minus r squared and my minus 6r squared. So we're just grabbing the terms that are the same. Okay, now let's take a look at our r's. Our r's, I've got a 7r right there. It's positive. And then I've got a 5r right there. So I'm putting these in different rows here just to show you that we are only able to combine like terms. I'm going to use that number sign there as a constant. All right, so I've got a 10, and then I've got a minus 18. All right. So that's as far as I'm going to get. So my answer is still going to be a trinomial. That's a 3-term polynomial because I've got 3 different levels here, unless one of them were to cancel themselves out. So I've got a minus r squared minus 6r squared. So that's going to be minus 7r squared. I've got a 7r plus 5r. So that's going to give me a positive 12r. Then I've got a 10 minus 18. So that's going to give me a minus 8. So if I put all of these together here, right, you could read it up and down if you really want to, but probably best to go and just rewrite it here. Minus 7r squared plus 12r minus 8. That is as simplified as you can make it because these are 3 distinct terms. Your r squared, your r's, and your constants. Like apples and oranges, they can't be mixed. So I've got this. It's not going to work. This one is really close, but it's got 2 signs that are wrong. And we see our answer here is going to be H.